Smol. So today we're going to take a look at Banpresto's RX78-2 Gundam full weapon set. This is the deluxe version, I guess, and this is one of their deformed or chibi type figures. Now I always see these guys out and about when I'm, hunting for toys and stuff like that, but they're always in pieces and they're always messed up and they're always like incomplete, so I always ignore them. But this time I did find one in box and it's, as you can see, complete, although there is some damage to the figure. I'll show you in a bit. So yeah, this is the box, and he does, well, I don't know if he can transform or different configurations. I don't know the Gundam anime that well. If anybody knows, let me know. And at the back of the box you can see what he comes with. As you can see, it's a lot of stuff, which is why I was interested in getting him. And I'll translate that the best I can, or the best that Google Translate can, if you guys want to know what it says. And yeah, this is a 20th anniversary figure, as you can see there. And yeah, there's more configurations if you want to put them in. So let's take a closer look at the box, because it does label the weapons it comes with. So it has Hyper Bazooka, Beam Saber, G Parts A, another Beam Saber, and another Hyper Bazooka, which is a different color. Another Beam Rifle, sorry. And the RX, as you can see, the crest has some paint rub, so it is a bit not damaged, but it is not mint. You got Core Fighter there. You got two shields. They're the same. A Beam Javelin, a G Parts B, a damaged left shoulder, a Gundam hammer, and a Hyper hammer. Two hammers. Okay. So you can see it's Banpresto Deluxe and 20th anniversary. If you guys want to see the different configurations that you could put them in. Now I don't know what this is. Is this like a transport type deal? Like he's combined into these fighter jet thingies, or I don't know. Is it like a Centurion type of deal that he requires to have these different configurations to fight different enemies or something? That one's weird, but this one's even weirder. G Armor. Oh, there's names to it. G Sky, G Sky Easy, G Bull. Oh. Then you have the last shooting. So this is depicting the last, when it was destroyed, basically. I'll show you a picture here. So yeah, when it was self-destruct, I think. Mobile Armor Mode and Gundam G Fighter. So this is, I guess, the normal that he's riding on the jet tank thing. Yeah, I'm not really well versed in Gundam, but I just like, how this thing looks. It looks, pretty cute, and it's complete, which I love. So with that being said, let's take a look at him. And here he is. He's a pretty small guy. Don't really know what else to say. He's pretty tiny, but I really love the stuff he comes with. So with that being said, let's take a closer gander at him. And here's a closer look at the RX78-2. And as you can see, there is no articulation with this thing. You can't articulate his arms like this, but his legs, even his head, doesn't really swivel. It kicks back, so I don't want to break whatever peg is in there. His legs are molded as a base, basically. But overall, for a 20-plus figure, a 20-year-old plus figure, he does look pretty neat. Pretty clean paint as well. So you got a peg there for his shield. Like his beam saber handles, you can remove if you want. Doop. some legalese there. So 1999. 1999, a good year for stuff. His crest does move. Another peg there on his arm. It's a separate, I don't think it's a separate piece, but I think it's movable to avoid breakage. Now there is some paint rub in the packaging, as you can see there. Maybe I could fix that later with a marker or something. But as you can see, it's not really paint. It's like the mold itself kind of chipped off. So that's gonna be tricky to fix. But overall, for a figure as old as this, you know what? I'm pretty happy with it. So with that being said, let's see what it comes with. G parts A, G parts B, core fighter, shield, another shield, beam saber, another beam saber, hyper bazooka, another hyper bazooka, beam rifle, beam javelin, damage left shoulder, ammunition, Gundam hammer, hyper hammer. And this is everything the RX78-2 comes with. So with that being said, let's take a look at the G parts B, which is basically a body of a jet or a tank. So you can remove these parts to do all those transformation things, which I'll show you in a bit. So those are the thrusters. You can remove his tank treads as well. Yeah, it's a pretty simplistic design. And then this is the G parts A, which is the cockpit. The molding is, you know, of its time, basically. A lot of imperfections here and there, but you know what? It's fine. So then you basically just stick them together like this. There you go. It's not perfect, but it does the trick. So it's, yeah, so it's a tank jet thing. Well, you know, if you remove this, it's a jet now, which is cool. You could add another thing here. But yeah, that's the jet tank thing. So I'll just put this over here. So next up we have his beam, oh god, what was this called? Beam javelin. This is what it's called, sorry. Kind of looks like a lollipop, really. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know. Kind of looks weird. Then you have his hyper bazooka. Is that what it's called? I have to refer to the box. Hyper bazooka, yeah. So you have one here. Then you have the other one, which is gray. Don't know why he needs two. I'm pretty sure it's important within the anime itself, but I'm kind of ignorant to that fact. Same mold, just different color. Then you have his two beam sabers, both the same. They do have a swishing type. It curves a bit, so it has a swishing type effect. So next up we have his shields, which I think are identical. Yeah, they're identical. So they got two pegs there, and yeah, this is his iconic shield. Then you have his beam rifle, another iconic weapon from the Gundam series. Pew, pew. Then we have his damage left shoulder. moving up, we have this. Let me refer it to the box again. I think this is the Gundam hammer. Oops. It does have like this weird anchor at the end. So this is the Gundam hammer. And this one is called, let me check again, the Hyper Hammer. So it has spikes. And there's a handle there, which for some reason that guy doesn't have. And let's take a look at the ammunition. You may, well, you'll have to cut these out, but I don't think I will. I'm just gonna leave them as is because I don't want to lose them. So these are the rockets for the bazookas, basically. And lastly, you have the Core Fighter, which is another iconic vehicle from Gundam. It does have 2 pegs here. I have a Core Fighter of my own. It's more well, beat up, but this is a Core Fighter basically. So one is a cute chibi, one is a rundown last stand type of Core Fighter. Are these actual like fighter planes, or are they just used just for Gundams? Anyways, I'm reviewing this. So that's the cute Core Fighter dude. He also comes with this sheet. So it has a parts list of what it comes with, just so you could cross-reference, make sure you have everything. And it also has all the ways you can transform him, like instructions and stuff. So that being said, let's see the RX78-2 in his traditional form. So first we have the Gundam and the G Fighter. So according to the manual, you just plop him on like that and that's it. He's good to go. So that's one form or one display option you could have for this guy. Let's see the other one. And this is the mobile armor mode. So basically half his body is the jet thruster part and the other is the Gundam. Don't know what to make of this, kind of wonky, but that's another option for you if you want to display him like this. Kind of weird that there's nothing in the front here. So let's see the next one. And this one's called the G Bull. So, you know, I guess that's cool. I don't like how there's pegs sticking out. So, yeah, I don't know. It's something. So that's one other option you could have this guy in. Next one. And here's another variant of the Core Fighter, basically. It just has a bigger butt, basically. And there is another alternative way you can display this. Is with the Gundam crotch piece. You just put it there. You just really have to. Oof, that's gonna be fun taking out. And you just put it there. Then you have another Core Fighter variant. So there's another option you can have for display. if you want. Leash. Next one. And here's the ultimate weird one. It's this doesn't look correct. But was this ever in the anime, guys? I don't really know. It's kind of reaching at this point. But if it is, then cool. It probably looks cooler in the anime than this cute chibi style, you know. So that's one. It's a super fighter jet thing. It's like pew, 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 pew. And yeah. And finally, the last one. So this is the last variant assembly or display option you can get, which is the final moments of the RX78-2. So yeah, that's a nice, nice reference. It's they just added this little extra piece, just for that one scene. Now I don't know if there are other modes or other, if you could clip these guys together to form some weird robot, but that's what I saw on the box. So with that being said, let's see him with my RX78 family. So here's the RX78-2 with his brothers. Now I'm not really actively collecting RX78s, I just happen to have them. So this is what I have so far. And yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with this guy. I usually find him in toy shows, like he's like this, but I know he's incomplete. Like he's missing a lot of parts. Sometimes he's roughed up too much. And for a 20-year-old plus figure, I'm pretty impressed that he survived the test of time. I think he's one of the oldest figures I have in my collection, honestly. I don't think I have any figures that's from the 90s. So yeah, with that being said, let's find a place for this guy. And this is where I'll stick the RX78-2 with his other Gundam buddies here. I don't think I've ever shown you my Gundam collection. It's mostly Gundam Wing. Maybe I'll show you guys another time. So yeah, really glad I got this guy. Really glad he's complete, especially his age. It's a 20-year-old figure, 20-year-old plus figure, honestly. And yeah, that kind of concludes my review over him. So with that being said, thanks for watching. And as always, go get him.